Good evening, family. Welcome to Along with Firearms Training. I am your host, Juan J. Johnson, coming at you live. I just want to make sure that I am broadcasting on these couple of social media platforms. I hope you had a great day on what's this, September 6th? September 6th. Man, I'm not seeing it. I'm broadcasting. Okay. Let me see something. I think I'm live right now on social. Okay. Just give me a second as I work out these kinks. Just want to make sure that I am live on all these social media platforms. Our friends on social media have a way of they do have this special talent about them. They will change your settings if you're not paying attention. So I am paying attention. Yep. Like I said, they will change your settings, and I just caught them again. Every time I go on live, I see myself being put in private and friend zones. But we won't be discouraged. We won't be discouraged, family. I promise you that. We won't be discouraged. Okay, I think that we are where we need to be. Again, welcome to Lone Wolf Firearms. I'm your host for tonight, Juan J. Johnson, the founder of Lone Wolf Firearms Training. And we will be discussing guns, God, and the spiritual laws of the universe. That's right. That's a very important topic. I believe that many of you probably never even heard about those spiritual laws of the universe. You heard about the Ten Commandments. You heard about what I'm always quoting. God's first commandment to man to be fruitful, multiply, and replenish the earth. But many of you have never heard about the 12 laws of the universe. And I'm looking at tonight, I probably will not get through all the laws tonight. I'm looking at possibly 7 and then coming back tomorrow and giving you the rest of the laws. So this may be a short broadcast. I do look forward to some participation. Any questions, just put inside the chat. I need you to like and share the video. I need you to tell your friend, tell a neighbor to come on board and just tune into this program because I'm going to teach you some things you probably never heard before. And if you heard them before, it'll be review to you. Okay. With that said, again, I need you all to go to lwftraining.com. lwftraining.com, because I want you to become responsible gun owners and gun users, period. Sign up for your wear and carry classes, your wear and carry or your concealed carry classes. Again, if you're in the great state of Maryland, the law goes into effect on October 1st, 2023, which is going to increase the application fee to be able to apply for handgun qualification licenses, which is right now they are $50. Okay, and that does not include your prints. Normally, prints are $30 to $60, $65, depending on where you go. And then that don't include your training. Okay, and then right now the cost for the Maryland wear and carry or concealed carry, those are $75. Come October 1st, they're going to be changed to $125. And that does not include your prints. And that also does not include the instructions that you're given from an instructor. So I'm trying to encourage every resident of the state of Maryland, whether you are a resident or you talking about moving to Maryland and you are interested in concealed carry or wearing carry, or even an intro to basic firearms, whether you come to Lone Wolf Firearms Training or you go to anywhere else, I just want you to become responsible gun owners and gun users. Period. You have a right to be a gun owner if you have maintained being an outstanding good citizen, and you have no restrictions. You're not prohibited from carrying a firearm or ammo. You need to exercise your Second Amendment right and your First Amendment right. Again, the First Amendment, we don't talk about it much, but every day I see an erosion of the First Amendment, which is what? Freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, okay, freedom of assembly, and freedom to petition your government for uh, grievances. Okay. So, again, I need you to tune in. I need you to be serious about becoming responsible gun owners and gun users. Again, that Maryland law takes effect on October 1st, 2023. Everything goes up, and it's going to be harder for you to become a responsible gun owner and gun user. So please, 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 whether you come through Lone Wolf Firearms or any other firearms training center, I still need you to become responsible gun owners, gun shooters, or users. So with that said, I need you, if you're on Facebook, I need you to like this video, and I need you to share this video, and I need you to subscribe to the channel. I would prefer for all my viewers to leave the other platforms. YouTube, not YouTube, stay on YouTube. Leave Facebook and go to YouTube. Okay. Leave Twitter, come to YouTube. And subscribe. I mean, smash that button. Subscribe. Like the video. Okay. And share it, please. That's all I ask. Outside of you seeing that Cash App at the bottom of the screen and that PayPal. Again, because I do have aspirations and some visions, and I know it's going to happen. It's just WHEN. We all have a win over us. Either it's a WIN or WHEN. So with that said, let me deal with these 12 laws of the universe. If you've never heard of them before, stand by. Strap in, and leave a comment or a question, because it's about to get busy on tonight. It's about to get busy. A lot of folks, if I'd heard about this years ago in my teens, I probably would be a whole different person, because the 12 laws explains what's going on. And I got a funny suspicion that I'm gonna maybe do 6 or 7 today and come back tomorrow and do the other 5. If I do 6 today, I'll do 6 tomorrow. If I do 7 today, I'll do 5 tomorrow, because it's only 12 laws. Okay, 12 laws. With that said, let me make a statement. If you are really serious about mastering your life, okay, or master your life by applying the laws of the universe. When you change your mind, you change your actions. When you change your mind, everything around you will change. When you change your mind, you change your friendships. When you change your mind, you change your family. When you change your mind, you change your occupations. None of us, before I get into the 12 laws, none of us should be stuck where we are, because I said on two broadcasts ago that the greatest power in the world is the power of the mind. And when you understand that you're dealing with creative energy, vibrations, thoughts, like I said, one of the greatest scriptures in the world is Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Man, if I can just get you to see that mind is everything. Everything is mine. But let's get to the 12 laws of the universe. So they're not in any order, but I figure if I'm going to deal with one law out of all the laws, this one law applies to all the laws, all of them. And it's the law of oneness. Go here. Number one, although there's 12 laws, family, but there's really only one law. And when you understand that one law, everything changes. The law of divine oneness. What is that? There really is just one law. God is everywhere and in everything. Everything in the universe is interconnected. Every choice, every word, desire, belief has an impact on the world and other people's life. So watch this. If you've been around me for any length of time, you know me, right? You've seen my evolution. You know I put great emphasis on what I say and what I won't say. I understand the law of oneness, okay? For some strange reason, a lot of our good pastors and bishops and elders and ministers and prophets, they haven't connected that we're all connected. Everybody in this universe, everybody in this planet is connected. We're connected at the spirit level. I said the other day that we are spiritual beings having human experiences. Say this again. Every one of us, if you're listening to this broadcast, everybody under the sound of my voice, and yes, I do firearms, and yes, I'm a retired police officer, and yes, I'm a father, and yes, I'm a son, and yes, I'm an uncle, I'm a cousin, I'm a nephew. But at the end of the day, guess what? Me, yourself, we are spiritual beings. We all come from a source. Okay? We come from God. We are little gods. I'm gonna deal with the 82nd Psalms. Probably on Friday or Saturday. But once you understand that the one law is the law above all laws. God is everywhere and in everything. Everything, family. Everything. Everything in the universe is interconnected. Our food, our plants, our minerals. Think about the vitamins that you take to strengthen your body. Because your body has every component of the universe. Do you hear me? Our bodies have every element. Our bodies have every mineral. And when there is a deficiency, the doctors or the herbalists would describe or prescribe minerals, vitamins, calciums, because we are, even at the cellular level, the atom level, we're connected to God. We're connected to the source. When I see you, no matter who you are, I just don't focus on your earth suit. I focus on the God in you. I see a God in everybody I come across. And when I talk to you, I'm talking to the God in you because I want you to recognize the God in me, not just the exterior. I want you to see the spiritual oneness in me, that we're all connected. We're all connected, family. There really is just one law. God is everywhere. If you've ever gone to the mountains, if you've ever walked on the beach, if you've ever been in the desert, if you've ever walked in the forest, and especially barefooted, you know I'm telling the truth. Watch this. When I walk the earth barefooted, I'm getting natural vitamin B. When I put my hands in the soil, I'm getting vitamin B, family, natural vitamin B. If I start walking, earthling, just walking in the sun, I'm getting my natural vitamin D. Just a couple of hours in the sun, just a couple of minutes in the sun, and your body just absorb the vitamin D. Okay, so again, we are one, and I know we read the scriptures about Father, make them one as we are one, by one Spirit, or we all come together. But when you really understand the universe and how this thing is working, every decision I make and I don't make, it affects somebody close to me, which affects somebody close to them, which affects somebody close to them. Your indecision affects everything around you. And if only I can get you to see that God is everywhere and in everything, and then your approach to things will be different. So that's the first law. That's the first law of the universe. Divine oneness. Okay? Divine oneness. Number two, again, not in any order, but number two, the law of vibration. You attract what you are. Say this again. You attract what you are. We are vibrations, and we vibrate with everything. Everything is moving. Nothing is resting. Example, a deceased body, even though you don't see that body decaying, once that infinite eternal spirit leaves that body and returns back to a source, the body is going back to the dust. Watch this. This very broadcast, the metals, the plastics that you drew me from, it's moving. The earth, you can't feel it, but it's moving. We're all vibrating. You will attract who you are. Say this again. You attract what you are. Man, if we just thought about that, if you're a good person, you'll attract the good. And if you're cruddy, you will attract the cruddies or the crudations. I can't make this up. Think about a family. Think about the people who you attract, who just you vibrate. They come into your life. Think about the ones who y'all got some of the same things in common. When you sit down and talk to them, you're like, damn, that person's just like me. Poor people attract poor people. Rich people attract rich people. Gloomy people attract gloomy people. And confident people attract confident people. I can track your present friends around you to who you are. If you're destined to be successful, successful people will come into your life. We vibrate success. We vibrate health. If you're a healthy person, you attract other healthy people. You attract people who will make you healthy, because people who don't want to be healthy are not going to hang with healthy people. Just like the birds that fly. Doves fly with doves. Crows fly with crows. Lions hang out with lions. Bears hang out with bears. You attract what you are. We are all vibrating right now at the cellular level, family. And again, everything is moving. And I've left the example of a deceased person because people dying every day. And they are slowly but surely, even with embalming fluid, they are decaying. The embalming fluid, it only delays the process. They embalm the mummies, right? Look at the mummies that they digging up. These mummies, they was buried with flesh on them, okay? And the decay process erodes away, okay? So the law of vibration, you attract who you are. Again, if you want to comment, please do. Again, I'm going over the 12 laws of the universe. 12 laws that governs all of us. You may not know them, but these are laws that exist in the earth. Okay? Let's deal with let me give you another example of vibration. Death is a transition that we are moving out of the body, and birth is a transition that we are moving into the body. Again, vibrating, we're moving. Everything is moving, family. Okay? Another law. The law of cause and effect. This is the law of laws. Everything has a cause and everything has an effect. Example, if you have a good attitude, you will have a good day. If you have a bad attitude, you attract a bad day. If you think healthy, health will come to you. Watch this. When I say there's nothing more powerful than the mind, I mean that. When you decide to live, when you decide not to be sick, when you decide that you're going to take back your life, you know who responds first? Every atom in your body. It will respond to what? Your thoughts. Because some people can't speak. My bishop friend close to me, he'd always say that the kingdom of God is voice activated. And I believed him. I still believe him. But I also believe that the kingdom of God is thought activated now, because thoughts are always becoming reality. So again, the law of cause of effect, family, the law of laws. Everything has a cause and everything has an effect. If you have a good attitude, you will attract a good day. Okay? If you always think about sickness, you're going to bring sickness on you. That's why I say turn these televisions off sometimes, turn these radios off sometimes, go on a diet from these social media platforms, especially when they keep pushing sickness, 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 and death, death, death. If they plant that seed in your head and you can't get it out, the law of laws will go into effect. Cause and effect. Cause and effect. Okay? The law of cause and effect is real, family. Outside of the law of oneness, this right here is maybe the cousin to karma. And most folks don't believe in karma. Well, a lot of folks don't believe in karma. But again, cause and effect is real. And we see it played out every day. If you put your hand inside that light, inside that outlet, you're going to get electrocuted. If you put your hands on that stove when it's hot, you're going to burn yourself. It's just that simple. Watch this. If you decide to go to the Empire State Building, the top floor, open the window, and leave out, you can't change your mind. You know why? Because gravity kicks in. Cause and effect. Okay? Again, if you have a comment, put into the chat. I see some folks in the house. I don't see everybody. I see Sarita's in the house. I see Yania, Senior Pastor Wilkins in the house. I see Cha-Cha in the house. Good to see you. Can't see everybody, but again, the cause and effect is real, family. It's real. Again, if I had known this in high school, definitely, or even in elementary school, I would be practicing these because this thing works. There are some laws to this universe piece. Okay. But let's proceed because I'm not going to keep you long tonight. The law of rhythm. The law of rhythm. We are tri-beings, spirit, soul, and body. Okay. All three are on the rhythm cycle. At times, we may have critical highs and critical lows. Everything comes in cycles. Watch this. The aging process. We all have a birth, and we will eventually evolve to senior citizenship. Okay? Again, the law of rhythm is real, family. We are spiritual beings living in the body and have some souls. Okay? And the three are working together. Together, family. Your spirit is not going to work without your. Watch this. When I move my finger like this, you know who's telling this finger what to do? My thoughts. It's not moving by itself. Okay? It's moving because my thoughts told to move. The spirit man in me told it to move. Again, we have to come to the realization. Think about an Earth suit, family. Think about a space suit. The average astronaut cannot go into outer space without a spacesuit. You cannot be on this earth without a human body. You need a body. Okay? I am a follower of the revolutionary Jesus Christ. That God man that was manifested in the flesh, that was seen among men and the angels, and preached to the Gentiles and received up to glory. We're all having that same encounter. We are all manifested in the flesh. Can we keep it a buck? We've had people say they've had outer body experiences where they've left their bodies, looked down, their bodies were still resting, and they floating over them. Family, if I just get you to see that you are more than your body, that you are more than your body, that your body is just housing the infinite eternal spirit. And you really don't have no limitations except for the ones you put on yourself. Say this again. You don't have no limitations outside of the ones you are putting on yourself. Once you take the restrictions off this physical man, that inner man is going to show you that there's no limit. There was a movie I saw, I think of Bradley, somebody called Limitless. Limitless. He took a pill and it activated maybe 90% of his brain. Because they're saying we only use 10% or maybe 5% of our brains. Okay. I'm saying to you, family, look, Once you accept the realization that you are an infinite being having a spiritual experience, an infinite being having a human experience, the light switch come on, and you're going to start drawing those same infinite beings to you who know who they are, who've unlocked that great is the mystery of godliness, for God manifested in the flesh. That's the mystery. For the gods, little g's. Again, go read Psalms 82. I'm going to break that thing down for you. You're going to see it for yourself. Little g's. Little g's. Okay? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Christmas man said, oh my, that's good. Thank you. So, again, if you have a question, just put inside the chat. Yes, thoughts are always becoming reality. I cannot say that enough, family. I am very careful about what I say. I am very careful about what I watch this. I may cuss you out, but I won't curse you out. There's a difference between cussing somebody out and cursing somebody out. When I cuss you out, I'm cussing you out like that's some bullshit. Versus I can't do nothing right. I'm not good at nothing. I can put that cross up there. I'm always attracting bad things. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Stuff never happens for me. Oh Lord. I take that back. I want to give you examples because those are examples of curses. When you curse yourself, when you speak bad things on yourself. Like I said, I will cuss you out. You will get the business. Don't get it twisted. I keep a cuss word on standby. And I know folks on this feed know that y'all be cussing too, and I'm not by myself. Y'all all, that's right, Miss Span. That's right. Don't cuss or curse me. Yeah, I will look here. Some people can't respond to a pleasant, polite conversation. Depending where you was raised and grew up, if all you know is uh cuz you ain't blah, 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 then you got to meet them where they are and then bring them up to where they need to be. Like I said, I will never let you bring me down, but I will bring you up. Okay? But I digress. Let's go back to what I was saying. What law was I on? The law of what? I say rhythm? We're rhythm? Yeah. Yeah. The law of rhythm. So again, family, I need look at these words in this post or this social media post is coming from a retired police officer who just happened to be a firearm instructor who believes in reading and studying. Look, I'll be double nickel this year. And I've accepted my eldership because the people who I learned from in my 20s, in my teens, in my 30s, they were my age. So I feel like I have a responsibility to share the wealth, to share the knowledge, to show that we're evolving. I mean, what I am today, I want to be tomorrow. And some of us have gotten so used to just being where we've always been. But I need you to turn on that switch and remember that you are a spiritual being. You are infinite being having a human experience. Okay. So that was the law of rhythm again. The law of rhythm, the law of rhythm. We all have a birth and we evolve to citizenship. You start out as an infant, rhythm. You become an infant and a toddler. You know what I'm saying? Then uh, what's the next one? You know, teenager, but before teenager, you know what it is. Before you teen, you begin to walking, then you become a teenager, and then you get married and you get the jobs. But you're evolving. It's the whole rhythm. It's the rhythm of life. You're not going to remain a toddler forever. You can't remain an infant. Once you hit this plane, you have to evolve. You can't be 40 thinking like you're 20. You can't be 50 thinking like you're 20 and 30. If you are 50 and you're still thinking like you're 20, you wasted 30 years of your life. Say this again. If you are 40, if you are 60 and you're thinking like you are 20, you wasted 40 years of your life. Okay? But back to spiritual laws. If you're enjoying this, I need you to share it on all your platforms. Okay? If you are not subscribed, you said senior. Yeah, I said that. Senior, yes. Senior citizen. Yes, senior citizen. Senior citizen. You go from birth to being a senior citizen. From birth to senior citizen. From infancy to senior citizen. It's like this, the cycle of life, the rhythm of life. Yeah. All right. Let us proceed. Again, I need you to share this video on all your platforms. I need you to smash the subscribe button. If you're on YouTube, smash it. Don't be afraid to smash it. Just hit it. I also need you to like the video or unlike the video. That's all I asked. You can always send a donation if you want to. It's on the screen. Look, the scripture says you have not because you ask not. And when you ask with doubt. I'm not asking with doubt. You see it. If you've learned something tonight, if I've added value to you, because that's the main thing I'm here, is to add value. I want to add value. But with that said, let's deal with the next law, the law of gender. The law of gender. Masculine energy and feminine energy. You can't have one without the other. Every seed has a gestation season, male and female. We all are composed of masculine and feminine energy. And this topic is important because of this debate out here in Western culture. I'm not even saying America. I'm saying in the Western hemisphere with the feminism movement. Let me say right now and go on record as a masculine man, unapologetic, who believe in the patriarch. We got a problem with that? We got a problem with that? Because I don't. Okay? Watch this. Let's break down what gestation is, and I'm going to go back to the masculine and feminine piece. Gestation, the process or period of developing inside the womb between conception and birth. Pregnancy, development, incubation, maturation, ripening, the development of something over time. That's why you have a masculine and a feminine. That's why you have a seed and a womb. That's why we have pregnancies. Be fruitful, multiply. See, Genesis 1:26 didn't lie. And Genesis 1:28 sealed the deal. And God blessed them and told them to be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth and subdue and have dominion over the fish, the fowl, the cattle, the creepers, and everything that lives. Okay? But now we have people out here in the Western culture. They're trying to do away with masculinity. It's an assault on God and His Word and His creation. You got to have masculine and feminine. Okay? You can't have one without the other. But when you have people, when we have hordes, swarms of feminine energy saying these words, I don't need no man. You are breaking the law of gender. Do you hear what I'm saying? You're going against the first commandment of God, not the 10. Genesis 1:26. Okay? Now look, if you know anything about me, if you watch me on social media, I got a lot of content out there, especially on Facebook. Yeah, I got some videos on YouTube too, on my other channel, the Real Talk with Juan J. Johnson. That channel. I don't use it no more. That's my Old Testament. But I got a lot of content about what? The plantation preachers, they're still around. White male dominant culture, they're still around. Colonial Christianity, they're still around. And these sellout traders, politicians, businessmen who literally sold out a whole collective, okay, by promoting Black spending power over Black group economics for the survival of the collective. So although I've been quiet, I'm still paying attention. I'm just on a different page. It's the evolution of me. Don't get me wrong now. Because when you're a spiritual being having a human experience, you know your assignment. You don't allow you try not to let your personal situations pull you away from your assignment. Don't get me wrong. The politics are personal. Okay? Educating people is personal. Okay. But my assignment is something totally different. If I'm making any sense. Most of us have not learned that. I give a prime example. Again, I'm a follower of the revolutionary Jesus of Christ, not this colonial Christianity, not this white male dominant culture piece that's been pushed on us. Okay. So with that said, when the Jesus walked the earth, God manifested in the flesh. You rarely heard him talk about things in the kingdom where he came from. And when he did speak, he spoke in parables. Because if he had spoken what he really knew, it would have blew their mind. So he kept it simple. He dealt with the common situations, the common man, the common era. Okay. He stayed with the assignment. Okay. He did not let his infinity, the God man, keep him from doing the assignment. I want to say this. I'm gonna use myself as an example. When all hell was breaking loose in my personal life, I was given instructions by God to do what? Be about the Father's business. What is that? I want you to empower, educate, enlighten, and encourage my people. And I'm gonna make sure you're good. I'm gonna make sure you got a roof over your head, you got food on your table, you got transportation, you got communication. The basics. God gave me the basics when I was going through my situation. But I never, ever, ever, I can't recall me highlighting the situation because I was too focused on the Father's business, which is helping, assisting, educating, empowering others. That was me. Okay. But back to the masculine and feminine energy. You can't have one without the other. And when there is an imbalance, you see one would try to dominate the other one. Okay. We need balance in Western culture, or we are going to continue to see the unraveling of Western civilization. And we have to be honest with ourselves and speak truth. That's why I believe that God is raising up just a common man like myself and others. And I've heard them on radio, I've heard them on social media, I've seen them, just common brothers like myself who were just fed up with the silence from those who we held in great esteem for so long, so many years. Our politicians, our preachers, our businessmen, a whole collective have been literally sold out by the people who we entrusted to lead us, to give us instructions. It's almost similar to the days of Jesus when he couldn't go to the Pharisees or Sadducees, he went to the common man. Okay? So I accept it. You may not never see me talk about this in the streets or in the suites. But if we have the conversation, we talk, you know? But we have to be honest about the proliferation of feminism, which I believe is the greatest threat to the scriptures. Because it's totally against the scriptures. It is. It doesn't even consider God or the scriptures. And so again, my take on feminism is it has nothing to do with equality between a male and female. I'm going on record. Parts of it I think where there is a root, there's an offspring, or where there's an offspring, there's a root. And I think the root of feminism is not equality among male and females. No. I think it's more so, it's about resources between the feminism gender. The root of it is this person, this female, can't have more resources than me. Think about it. It's always been some type of battle between the resources, the matriarch, and who's going to call the shots. It happened in slavery. It happened with Miriam and Moses. If we keep it a buck, Miriam was mad at Moses because he married a Cushite woman. And she attacked Moses because of some resources and the possibility that she wouldn't be the matriarch because Moses married somebody outside of the clan. It wasn't about equality, it was about resources. Resources. And I dare to say that the root of feminism is about resources. I'm not going to let another group of people have the resources over me. But they wrapped it in equality between male and female. And I would debate anybody with this. And I will produce the scriptures to show you. And we can go, matter of fact, we can have a conversation right now. Because we're talking about the law of masculine energy and feminine energy. Okay? Now, again, I listen to me. I want you to hear me clear. I want you to hear me when I say this. One of my greatest gifts, or one of my greatest talents, is being able to see things that others can't see. When others are saying the same thing, I'm not seeing that. If everybody is saying the same thing, then who's thinking? If we're all saying the same thing, who's thinking? So anybody who wants to have a discussion about feminism, the roots of it, where we are, is it healthy? Let's have a conversation. Let's have it. You bring your resources, I bring my resources. We can have a debate. It is not about equality between a male and female. It's about resources between women. Woo. That's a gut shot. But we can keep it a buck. Okay? But anyway, let me move on. The law of polarity. Again, if I'd known about this coming up, I'd be a whole different person. Everything has an opposite. For every positive, there's a negative. For every good, there's a bad. There's no such thing as problem. I stopped saying problem. I say challenge. Everything just is when you change your perception. Everything has an opposite. As a matter of fact, I would dare say this: 9 times out of 10, opposites normally attract each other. Yeah. And if you're careful, they will attack each other. For every negative, there's a positive. You can't start your car without a negative and positive on the battery. Okay? Some of the meanest people in the world are influenced by some of the great people, good people. And some good people are inspired by some of the meanest people. So watch this. I can remember my instructors who was real tough on me and the ones who was real soft on me. Okay? Again, you have an opposite. For every positive, there's a negative. For every good, there's a bad. Again, I don't use the word problem anymore. I'll say challenge. You will never hear me say, you got a problem with me? Or I got a problem with you. Because I'm always saying this. I only meet me. I'm only meet myself. I believe that when I come across people, whether I talk to them or not, I'm meeting an aspect of me. Even at the grocery store, at the cashier, we may never say a word, but I only meet me. I only meet myself. So I'm not gonna be negative to myself. And me, I'm trying to inspire me. What would I say to myself? That I say to you. If I really am sincere about wanting the best for you, I'm gonna give you the best advice. What would I say to myself? When I ask that question, I'm not talking about my 20-year-old self, my 30-year-old self, my 11-year-old self. I'm talking about you. If I meet you and you ask me a question, what would I say to me? Okay. Again, everything has an opposite. That's why I don't subscribe to we all got to be good people. You be the best version of yourself. If you're supposed to be a cruddy person, you be the best cruddy person. Everybody wasn't born to be good and nice and prayerful. I don't subscribe to that. You need some. If I was a peacekeeper, then there were some people who was born to destroy the peace. When I did policing, I was a peacekeeper. When I did ministry, I was a peacemaker. And I tell ministers all the time, in times of war, because we're at war, I don't consult preachers. I don't consult the ministers. I talk to the warriors. If we are a proxy, if we are funding the war, then we are collaborators. We like somebody who robs a bank. If I'm in the car waiting for the bankers to come out after they rob the bank, I am a what? Co-conspirator. Ukraine is being funded by America. Ammo, jets, tanks. We are at war family. So I don't consult preachers in times of war. They pray for peace. I pray for soldiers because I'm a soldier. Anyway, it's my little soapbox I was on. About to bring it to a close. Okay. And the last law, I'll do the next ones tomorrow. The law of relativity. Nothing is big and nothing is small. Relative means it is what it is. Make the big small. Chop the goal up into sessions, small sessions. Trust the process. There are multiple perspectives and perceptions. The law of relativity. Nothing is big and nothing is small. Chop it up. If it's too big and overwhelming, like a pie or like a pizza, if you know you can't eat all that pizza, you cut it in squares. You cut it in slices. You eat what you can. Nothing is big. Don't be overwhelmed by the assignment. Okay? Nothing is small. Make it bigger. It is what it is. Make the big small. Chop the goal up into manageable sessions. Okay? I mean, even Einstein believed in the theory of relativity. One of the greatest minds in this world. He believed in the theory of relativity. Make it relative. Nothing's big and nothing small. Just make it relative. Make it manageable. Okay? Again, whew, we have come to the end of the spiritual laws of the universe. I want to just do a shout out real quick. I see my man's in the house, Archbishop. Thank you, sir, for tuning in. Thank you. Good to see you. Who else in here? I see I see Bishop Tucker's in the house. Oh my God. So family, I can't see everybody. I'm on Twitter. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. So Bishop typed his name in, so I was able to get him. I see Fan. elder spans in the house, but and I see that I get senior pastor Wilkins in the house. So again, I need you. I want you. If you learned something tonight, if you heard something different that you haven't heard before, if you've been inspired, if it's called you to think, I want you to share this video on your social media platforms, whether it's Twitter, whether it's YouTube, or whether it's Facebook. That's all I'm asking. Just share it. Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. Share the video. Also, if you're on YouTube, I need you to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, or even unlike it. You may not like what you heard. Unlike it. Say, you know what? I don't like what I heard. Okay? But I want you to do something. I don't want you just to enjoy it. I want you to share it. Because what? Sharing is caring. And again, if you believe you've heard something that I've inspired you or gave you something to think about, you can always make a donation to Longwood Farms. It's right there, the Cash App. You got the PayPal right there. Look, the scripture says you have not because you ask not. And look, look here. I'm gonna keep the buck. I'm in this to get paid too. Now I will do it without it because I love what I'm doing. I love them guns. I love God, and I love whatever we're gonna talk about. And if you don't give nothing, that's okay. Because I'm gonna do this because I love what I do. But my goal is to have Longwood Firearms in every state. Every state needs a Longwood Firearms training where we talk about God, we talk about guns, and we encourage everybody to become responsible gun owners and gun users. Okay. That's what we're going to do. All right. With that said, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Do we have any questions in the chat? I'll take some. If not, we're going to bring this to an end. I'm going to do part 2 on tomorrow. I'm going to give you the last 5 spiritual laws of the universe. Again, some of you may have never heard them before. That's okay. And some of you maybe heard these before. But I just think it's relevant. I think it was important. I went to my book, my old rusty, trusty book, man. I got so much stuff in here, man. Handwritten. I'm talking about start giving you stuff and showing you stuff and it's so much stuff. It's so much stuff in here. I figure, you know what? I got to share some of this wealth. Got to share it. So again, thank you for tuning in. If this is no questions, then I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna end this broadcast. Again, go to LWF training for your HQLs. Go to LWF training for your wear and carry or your concealed carry. The classes are 16 hours from 9 to 5 on Friday and 9 to 5 on Saturday. Okay. And the 9 to 5 on Friday is actually it's a Zoom session. It's a virtual from the confines of your home. You could be in a gun class, learning about the guns, about the disassemble, reassembling that, how to clean it, how to hold it, the laws of the state. Okay, so sign up. If you want the intro to basic firearms, which is an hour and a half, 2 hours, from 12 to 2 on Thursday, yeah, you can just sign up and just learn about the gun and how to make the revolver, the handgun, semi-automatic. You can make it safe, how to clean it, how to tear them apart and put them back together again. Okay, and the laws of the state. So again, this is what we're going to do moving forward. God, guns, and conversation. Okay? Maybe Sunday I may deal with that ye of gods from Psalms 82. Because there was some stuff in that Psalms 82 that needs to be said. Okay? But I'm not going to stray away from what I'm saying. With that, I am out of here, family. Always remembering It's not how much you know, it's how much you care, family. You got a lot of folks out here who know stuff, but they don't care about you. They don't care. And there is a lone wolf in you, and it's my goal